Brian Cox, something horrific preceded the Big Bang's creation of the universe. The Big Bang Theory has long stood as the leading explanation for the birth of our universe, marking the beginning of time and space as we know it. But in recent years, astrophysicist Brian Cox has raised an unsettling question. What if something terrifying, perhaps even horrific, preceded the Big Bang? Cox's thought-provoking and radical ideas have stirred the imagination of both scientists and the public, inviting a deeper exploration into the mysteries of our universe's origin. Cox's suggestion isn't merely provocative for the sake of shock value. Instead, it touches upon some of the most profound and unresolved questions in modern physics, cosmology, and philosophy. If the Big Bang was not the true beginning, then what conditions existed beforehand? And why would those conditions be described as horrific? In exploring Cox's hypothesis, we are invited to reconsider our understanding of cosmic origins and confront the possibility that the universe's birth was shaped by forces far more mysterious and potentially unsettling than we've previously imagined. This article will explore the scientific basis for Cox's speculation, the philosophical implications, and the cutting-edge theories that support the idea of a pre-Big Bang horror. We will journey through the strange realms of quantum physics, multiverse theory, and the possible cyclical nature of the cosmos, all while grappling with the possibility that our universe's creation may have been driven by forces beyond our current comprehension. The Big Bang Theory, a brief recap. Before delving into what might have preceded the Big Bang, it's important to understand the basics of the Big Bang Theory itself. This theory, widely supported by a wealth of observational evidence, posits that the universe began as a singularity, a point of infinite density and temperature, about 13.8 billion years ago. From this singularity, space, time, and all matter and energy rapidly expanded in an event known as the Big Bang. Key evidence supporting the Big Bang Theory includes cosmic microwave background, CMB, radiation. Discovered in the 1960s, the CMB is the faint afterglow of the Big Bang, providing a snapshot of the universe when it was just 380,000 years old. Hubble's law of expanding universe. Edwin Hubble's observations that galaxies are moving away from each other, implying that the universe is expanding, support the notion that everything once began from a single point. Abundance of light elements. The predicted ratios of hydrogen, helium, and lithium in the universe, based on nuclear reactions that would have occurred in the first few minutes after the Big Bang, match observed quantities. Despite its success, the Big Bang Theory leaves unanswered a critical question. What caused the Big Bang? The idea of a singularity, a point where the known laws of physics break down, raises profound challenges. At the singularity, densities and temperatures are so extreme that our current understanding of general relativity and quantum mechanics ceases to apply. This breakdown of the laws of physics suggests that something truly unusual and perhaps horrific occurred before the Big Bang. Brian Cox's hypothesis. What could be horrific? In interviews and public lectures, Brian Cox has alluded to the possibility that the events preceding the Big Bang might have been far more terrifying than we currently imagine. The Big Bang is often seen as the beginning of everything, Cox explained. But what if it wasn't? What if the conditions that allowed the universe to form were shaped by something horrific, a catastrophic process that we can barely begin to understand? What does Cox mean by horrific? To answer this question, we must consider the nature of space and time as they approach the singularity. One possibility is that the horror refers to the breakdown of the fundamental laws of physics. At the singularity, space and time lose their meaning, and the distinctions between matter and energy blur. In such a chaotic and extreme environment, the very fabric of reality as we know it may have been torn apart, making way for the emergence of the universe. Cox's use of the word horrific could also be interpreted in the context of entropy, the measure of disorder in a system. According to the second law of thermodynamics, entropy tends to increase over time, leading to the eventual heat death of the universe, where all matter and energy become uniformly distributed and no further work can be done. But if the universe's creation was preceded by a period of maximum entropy, this would imply a state of absolute chaos, a cosmic horror in which the universe was born out of total disorder and destruction. Another interpretation of Cox's hypothesis is rooted in the possibility that the Big Bang was not a singular, unique event but part of a cyclical process of creation and destruction. If the universe repeatedly collapses in a big crunch before being reborn in a new Big Bang, then each cycle may involve cataclysmic forces so powerful and destructive that they border on the horrific. The cyclic universe, an eternal horror? One of the leading alternatives to the traditional Big Bang theory is the idea of a cyclic universe. In this model, the universe undergoes endless cycles of expansion, Big Bang, and contraction, Big Crunch. After reaching a maximum size, the universe would collapse under its own gravity, leading to a singularity-like state, only to rebound in a new Big Bang. In this model, the universe has no true beginning or end. Instead, it exists in an eternal cycle of creation, destruction, and rebirth. For Cox, the horrific aspect of this model could lie in the destructive nature of the transition between cycles. Each big crunch would involve the complete collapse of space, time, and matter, reducing the universe to a state of incomprehensible density and temperature. The singularity at the heart of the Big Crunch would be a place where the known laws of physics are obliterated and all structure in the universe is destroyed. In this sense, the cyclical nature of the universe could be viewed as a cosmic nightmare, an endless loop of creation and annihilation, where each new universe is born out of the ashes of the previous one. If Cox's hypothesis is correct, then the horror of the pre-Big Bang universe may lie in the destructive forces that set the stage for the next cycle of creation. The multiverse, infinite horrors? Another possibility that aligns with Cox's idea of a horrific pre-Big Bang state is the concept of the multiverse. According to this theory, our universe is just one of an infinite number of universes that exist within a larger multiverse. Each of these universes may have different physical laws, constants, and initial conditions. In some versions of the multiverse theory, new universes are constantly being born through a process known as eternal inflation. During this process, different regions of space undergo rapid expansion, giving rise to separate, bubble universes. Our universe is just one such bubble in this vast cosmic sea. The multiverse model raises the possibility that the conditions that gave rise to our universe were shaped by forces beyond our comprehension. If the multiverse contains an infinite number of universes, each with different properties, then the pre-Big Bang universe may have been a chaotic and unstable realm, filled with bizarre and incomprehensible physical phenomena. In such a landscape, universes may emerge and collapse with horrifying regularity, governed by forces that defy our understanding. For Cox, the multiverse could represent a terrifying reality in which our universe is just one small part of a much larger, more chaotic system. The horror may lie in the randomness and unpredictability of this process, where universes are born, live, and die without purpose or design, and where the conditions that gave rise to our universe could have easily produced something far more destructive or hostile. Quantum gravity and the horrors of the Planck scale. To truly understand what might have preceded the Big Bang, we must confront one of the most challenging problems in modern physics, the reconciliation of general relativity and quantum mechanics. General relativity describes the behavior of space, time, and gravity on large scales, while quantum mechanics governs the behavior of particles on the smallest scales. But at the singularity of the Big Bang, both theories must apply simultaneously, leading to a breakdown of our understanding of physics. One of the leading candidates for unifying these two theories is quantum gravity. According to this theory, space and time themselves are quantized, meaning that they are not continuous but instead consist of discrete units, or quanta. At the Planck scale, the smallest possible scale of space and time, the effects of quantum gravity become significant and the classical concept of a smooth space-time breaks down. In the context of the Big Bang, quantum gravity suggests that the singularity was not a point of infinite density but rather a region of extreme quantum fluctuations. These fluctuations could have created a chaotic, unstable environment where the known laws of physics no longer apply. In such a scenario, the universe would have emerged from a state of near total disorder, where space, time, and matter were in constant flux. For Cox, this quantum chaos could represent the horror of the pre-Big Bang universe. At the Planck scale, reality itself may have been warped beyond recognition, with space and time behaving in ways that are completely alien to our experience. In this view, The universe's creation was not a smooth, orderly process but a violent and chaotic event, shaped by forces that we can barely comprehend. Entropy and the heat death. A horrific beginning? Another possible interpretation of Cox's idea of a horrific, pre-Big Bang state involves the concept of entropy. Entropy is a measure of disorder in a system, and according to the second law of thermodynamics, the entropy of a closed system tends to increase over time. In the context of the universe, this means that over time, the universe will become more disordered, eventually reaching a state of maximum entropy known as the heat death. In the heat death scenario, all matter and energy in the universe would be uniformly distributed, and no further work could be done. The universe would become cold, dark, and lifeless, a true cosmic horror. But if the universe is cyclical, then the heat death may not be the end. Instead, it could be the precursor to the next Big Bang, with the universe being reborn from the ashes of its previous state. In this view, the horror of the pre-Big Bang universe could lie in the fact that it was born from a state of maximum entropy, a state of complete disorder and chaos. The universe's creation may have been driven by the collapse of a previous universe that had reached the end of its life, with all structure and order destroyed. If this is the case, then the universe's birth was not a peaceful or orderly event, but a violent and destructive process, shaped by the inexorable march of entropy. The philosophical implications of a horrific beginning. Cox's suggestion that something horrific preceded the Big Bang raises profound philosophical questions about the nature of reality and our place in the cosmos. If the universe was born out of chaos and destruction, what does that say about the fundamental nature of existence? Are we part of an eternal cycle of creation and destruction, where each new universe is born from the ashes of the previous one? Or is our universe just one of many, shaped by forces beyond our comprehension in a vast and chaotic multiverse? These questions challenge the traditional view of the universe as a harmonious and orderly system. Instead, they suggest that the universe's creation was a far more violent and chaotic process than we have previously imagined. If Cox's hypothesis is correct, then the universe may be governed by forces that are indifferent to our existence, and the cosmic horror that preceded the Big Bang may be a reminder of the fragile and transient nature of reality itself. Conclusion: the mystery of cosmic origins. Brian Cox's assertion that something horrific may have preceded the Big Bang invites us to reconsider our understanding of the universe's origins. Whether this horror lies in the breakdown of physical laws at the singularity, the chaotic quantum fluctuations of the Planck scale, or the destructive forces of a cyclic universe, it challenges the traditional view of the Big Bang as the orderly beginning of everything. In exploring these possibilities, we are reminded that the universe is far more mysterious and complex than we may ever know. The forces that gave rise to our cosmos may be beyond our current understanding, and the true nature of the pre-Big Bang universe may remain forever shrouded in mystery. But it is precisely this mystery that makes the study of cosmology so fascinating. As we continue to probe the depths of the universe, we are constantly confronted with new questions and challenges that push the boundaries of our knowledge. Whether the universe was born from chaos, destruction, or some other horrific process, the quest to understand its origins is a journey into the unknown. A journey that will likely reveal even more profound and unsettling truths about the nature of reality itself. In the end, the horrific forces that preceded the Big Bang may be beyond our reach, but they serve as a reminder of the vast and incomprehensible forces that shape the cosmos. As we continue to explore the universe, we may find that the true horror lies not in what we know, but in what we have yet to discover.